What's going on, everybody? What's going on? And welcome back to the Otaku Room, the little piece of the internet that's carved out just for us anime fans. So let's talk a little bit about Horimiya episode number 8, which was titled Truth and Deception. So this episode was very interesting, but I would say one of the more, I don't want to use the word dull, but kind of one of the more tempered episodes that we have had kind of all season. Now, in this episode, Hori and Miyamura were in the episode, but they weren't kind of like the main focus. Last episode and this episode, it seems that a lot of the focus has gone kind of to the side cast of characters, which is okay. Last episode, we really liked the focus of Sakura and the other characters that they were basically building out. And this episode, we got to kind of further that even more with the focus on like Sengoku and with the focus on Ayasaki. So we got to focus a lot on them, and then we also got to see a little bit of Yuki or Yoshikawa's character as well, and kind of some of the things that she went through. But let's not wait. Let's talk a little bit. Let's just kind of talk overall about the episode. Of course, guys, since you're here, we're vibing now. So make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys like the video. It helps us out. We're doing more Horimiya content and tons of other stuff. Check out the cards above for the last episode's review. But really, in this episode, guys, so we focused on the top of the episode. We focused a lot on Sengoku and Ayasaki. I would say that was probably about 2/3 of episode number 8. And the reason that they decided to focus on that was they really kind of gave us the insight to how Ayasaki, which apparently she's like one of the beauties in the school, and thank you for the new subscriber. But she's one of the new or one of the beauties in the school, and they focused a lot on her falling in love with Sengoku, which is not your traditional like hot boy bad boy, which I thought was really cool. The one thing that they did on the episode quite a bit was they kind of focused on the human side of what a lot of teenagers go through. You may have gone through, I gone through, kind of just like your ebbs and flows and your ups and downs of emotions and your doubt and your feelings of self-worth, whether they're really high or really low. And, Sengoku was an interesting character to fledge out more because it kind of shows on how he was, very mild-mannered, and, he has a lot of feelings, and he's pretty emotional. But I really like that they really spent time kind of fledging out their relationship because it kind of showed, their relationship sparked by reading. Originally, Ayasaki had taken notice of Sengoku in class, and when she took notice of him, she noticed that he was reading outside of just their textbook, and she finally, talked to him, and he was reading, I think they said in the episode that he was reading Snow White, and that's kind of where their relationship spurred off from, is they began having conversations about books. He began to lend her books. She really loved the fact that he didn't just see her as the beauty, or he didn't just see her friend Sakura as the beast. He just kind of saw them as normal girls, as one of the scenes depicts when he's talking to his friends. And she really liked that about him. And their relationship continues to spark, and eventually he invites her to his house to see his, book collection. And at first she was like, no way, but then she doesn't. And then as the episode kind of began to kind of unfold, he tells her that, hey, one of my friends has a crush on you, and she's like, whatever, bro. And then it shows her going back to his home, seeing the library. They have a really cool scene. They were talking, if the world ended, what would you do? Her first answer was sweets, and then she asked him, and he said that he would tell her, that I really like you. And I thought that was a really cool moment, because that's kind of where their love kind of sparked. Now, from there on, the rest of the episode was really focused on Yuki and Toru and kind of their relationship. Yuki ends up getting confessed to, or had a love confession from somebody in a different class. Their name was Akane Yanagi. another very pretty boy that a lot of them haven't been exposed to, which is a really funny character. He has a really good sense of humor, he has really bad vision, and they spend a lot of time on that. But he confesses to her, and she didn't know how to respond, so by the suggestion of Hori and Miyamura, they tell her, have Toru pretend that he's your boyfriend and then go deny the guy, and that happens. But even Toru feels inferior to this guy because he's a beautiful. And that was a really funny scene, and you got to see Yuki get closer to Toru and really find out kind of like what she's into. Circle back kind of a little later in the episode, she says, because of his eyesight, she's kind of again second guessing her self-worth. She says that she might have the wrong person, and they didn't. So something may happen there later when maybe they become friends and he becomes kind of more a part of like the core group. I think that would be really interesting to see on how they kind of take that. All in all, I mean, that's really what happened in the episode. There were some scenes where Hori was doing Miyamura's toes, and he hit her with his foot on the head because like he wanted to. And Hori wanted to see the bad boy side of him kind of be mistreated a little bit, which I thought was really cool. I thought that provided some really comical relief during the episode. I thought that was really cool. And that whole scene, I thought that was really funny, and that kind of fledged on through the episode where Miyamura finally built up the courage and kind of like bullied her a little bit, but he did so in front of like other students, and other girls are freaked out. And I thought that was, the comedic elements through the episode. But again, this was one of the more docile, more mild episodes. Tell me what you guys thought about the episode down below. Again, I'm really loving this anime. I think it's one of the best rom-coms of the winter season, and really that I've seen in a really, really long time, just because of the pacing and how they're building out relationships, and kind of how the main characters are really dating. You know what I mean? They've had moments to where they've taken it maybe even to like the next level kind of thing, and that's already happened 8 episodes in. So I want to hear what you guys have to think down below, but this episode was really, really cool. I had a lot of funny moments that I laughed quite a bit, and I got to find out about more characters that aren't the core characters to the anime. But without further ado, guys, if you guys want to see my full reaction of the episode, make sure you guys click right here. Go ahead and click right here, and you'll be able to see the full reaction of today's episode. And right here, if that's what YouTube says is best for you guys, make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys like, and we'll catch you guys on the next anime reaction or review. Peace.